minutes to go, so I'll see how far I can get, you know, what I can accomplish in 20 minutes. But I wanted to talk some boxing. Oh, by the way, everybody, I'm going to do some videos hopefully tonight. I'm going to get back to talking to NBA. Definitely going to get back to talking the NBA. So stay tuned for that. The videos I got coming up, everybody can participate. We gonna do fight of the year. We gonna do fighter of the year. We gonna do upset of the year, and we gonna do, of course, fight of the year. So I just want everybody to participate and put their input on what they think should be this, what they think should be that, who should get what, who should get this, who should get that. So just stay tuned. The video will probably get there tonight. So just be ready. All right, so some good news came out today. Some very good news. If it is true, I'm very happy and I'm very excited. To hear about it. I'm very excited to hear about it. If this is true. If this is true. If it is true. If it is true, I'm excited. I mean, this will be a good move for boxing. And then a lot of questions will be asked and answered. Now, there's a rumor going around that we possibly could get Tank versus Gary Russell Jr. in 2022, because to me, this fight should have been happened. To me, I don't like how Gary Russell Jr. has been treated, by the PBC. I don't like how he's been shelled. I don't like how he's been shelled for, basically wanting to get the best fights out there available to him. And, like I said, a lot of questions going to be answered. A lot of people going to finally be satisfied, because a lot of people just haven't been satisfied by the competition that Tank has been fighting. And I'm going to just say it to where people really understand where I'm coming from. A lot of people is tired of seeing Tank like fighting these come forward like one-dimensional Hispanics. Just got to be said. I'm just keeping it a buck. It just got to be said. To be said has to be said. He's taking the same route that Floyd Mayweather took, and we don't want to see him do what Floyd did, because at the end of the day, as brilliant and as great a fighter Floyd Mayweather was, a lot of us are going to hold this over Floyd's head, that Floyd didn't like to give brothers no payday. This thing about, okay, I'm going to fight these Hispanic and particularly Mexican fighters so they can buy my pay-per-views and come to my fight with the false sense of, hope that this guy is going to beat me, and then I'll sell a ton of pay-per-views, and at the same time, it's a low-risk fight with a high financial reward. Well, we don't want to see that with Tank. Tank is 26 years old. Tank is at a point in his career where, look, man, it's just time to take the training wheels off. We've seen enough of this. We don't want to see this anymore. So, okay, let's start getting the best fights out there for Tank. Floyd said he would call Bob Arum and see what he make the Lomachenko fight. Well, it's time to hold Floyd to it. But if this Gary Russell Jr. thing is gonna happen, I'm in. Amen. I'm in. I'm all for it. The best place for this fight is to take it back to Atlanta, because Tank got a big fan base there. I know the DMV will come out for Gary Russell Jr. I think DC is like a 9-hour drive from Atlanta, so they're going to come out there. And then once again, you'll have a fight between two brothers. Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford sold out. Now as far as the streaming service go, Could have did a lot better, but at the end of the day, it still turned to profit. You know, at $70 a pop, I did the numbers. It still turned to profit. You know, despite another group of fans pocket watching, pay-per-view watching, and coming up with every excuse in the book to try to prolong a fight, push it back, and you know what I'm saying? A bunch of fanagers. Because that's the problem. We got too many fanagers on here. We got too many people caping for one dude like they getting a check from this dude, and this dude ain't even thinking about their asses. That's just real talk. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a dude that's trying to be fair, but then the problem is I got a lot of people like screwing it up for me for a guy that's trying to be objective and just telling the truth and trying to be fair. But the problem is you got too many fanagers and fanboys and fangirls out here that they go to these other channels where they have an ulterior motive and an agenda, and they think every channel is supposed to say what those dudes say. Now, I'm cool with some of those dudes, and then some I'm not. The ones I'm cool with, keep doing you. The ones I'm not cool with, fuck you. From Tell Biz. Straight up. I'm keeping it a buck. So now I saw something that was like really kind of embarrassing, or as Popeye would say, embarrassing. And you seen people doing like Sling Blade. Yep, you see this? So I don't know, it might turn out to be another fake tweet. You never know, because there's a lot of that going on, according to some people. So I don't know. They may say it's a fake tweet, a fake Instagram, so but yeah, somebody might claim it was fake, just like they did the other one. So I don't know, because people, what? First of all, Bomac, I seen that interview. See, the thing is, people love to repeat what somebody supposed to have said, but it's funny. Everybody seemed to have memory lapse when Errol Spence told Bud right to his face he gonna go the easy route. Once again, Terrence Crawford speaks for Terrence Crawford. See, you heard Errol Spence say that out of his own mouth, that he gonna go the easy route. Because like I said, these love to create their own narrative. Now, I saw that interview. I turned it off. I don't mess with that dude. I don't have nothing against that dude. But like I told you, and I stand by what I said, I don't mess with a lot of these dudes that say they part of the LDBC. Because I know what they really all about. They try to play fanager and all that kind of stuff. So, and I just want to make it clear, you also can stay the fuck off my channel. Don't bring your ass over here neither. Like, they basically took something and tried to run with it. But like I said, Errol Spence is on tape saying that he gonna take the easy route. But then you got Ugas sitting up here caping and putting on this cape for Errol Spence, talking about the fans need to stop attacking Errol Spence and all this kind of stuff. And then I seen, people on a person's channel that put it out, yeah, we get tired of this fool. What foolishness? So when you guys were calling Terrence Crawford a slave kind of stuff, so when Errol Spence was demeaning Terrence Crawford, when you had some of these content creators like demeaning Terrence Crawford, demeaning Andre Ward, attacking Deontay Wilder, oh, that was cool. So it's okay to attack them dudes, but don't say nothing about precious Errol Spence. Like, some of these Errol Spence fans is kind of disturbing, and they starting to act like, to a certain degree, Manny Pacquiao fans. And I'm worried about them. Errol Spence can speak for himself. As far as Bernie goes, taking up for Terrence Crawford, well, he part of Terrence Crawford's team. So that's what he's supposed to do. Bomac did not admit that they ducked Errol Spence. They have never sent that man a contract. Okay? See, that's what the Spence Patrol do. They try to look for an angle and they try to take an inch and try to run with it. And then, so what about when the Spence Patrol and some of these fanny boys was taunting Terrence Crawford when the Manny Pacquiao fight fell through? Where was Ugas at then? Where was Ugas at then, putting on his cape, going Royce the 5'9"? You know, like how Royce the 5'9" always got to jump in front of Eminem when somebody say something, like when he told other Detroit rappers they need to show, they ain't got to show nothing towards Marshall Bruce Matters. You can't make nobody like somebody or pay homage to them if they don't want to. I mean, for real, get out of here. People love to push a narrative. Just like you got some of these people thinking in a straight up fight that's on the up and up, that Canelo could see Arthur Beterbiev. Yeah, okay. Man, Arthur Beterbiev would knock all that mystery meat out of Canelo. He'd knock all that mystery meat out of Canelo. So like I said before, these people seem to have memory lapse. And like I said, y'all part of the goof troop. Like, my channel is for real boxing fans, not fanagers, not fanboys. Like, we could have a disagreement. You don't have to agree with everything I say, but don't be a fanboy. Like, what foolishness was going on? Like I said, the contradictory is just real. The narrative switching is real. The goalpost pushing is real. No accountability. It's too many stands here. And I'm just saying this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Please don't bring that shit to my channel, because I promise you it'll get real ugly. It will. Because there's no guarantee that Spence is going to fight. There's no guarantee that Spence is even going to fight Terrence Crawford, even if he's successful in defeating Ugas, which I think that's going to be a real tough fight. I say, oh, see, Tail Business is rooting against Errol Spence. No, I'm just saying it's going to be a tough fight. Just like I said, Sean Porter would be a tough fight for Terrence Crawford. He did for the first 6 rounds. He gave Terrence Crawford a very competitive, and he gave Terrence Crawford a great fight. And he did. But Terrence Crawford proved why he is arguably the best fighter on the planet, not named Canelo Alvarez. Like I said, I've learned to put my feelings aside. I really have. Don't have nothing personally invested in Team Crawford or Team Spence. But like I said, my issue is with the fans and the content creators. Because the content creators are part of the problem. Because they, for the most part, they've chosen a side, which is something that I thought we wasn't going to do. I thought the objective for us being black media was try to push the best fights. But like I said, they sit up here and cater to these fanboys who sit up there and say, oh, Bud should have sided with the PBC. Why? This is what I don't understand, though. Everybody love to keep track of who should sign with the PBC or who's supposed to be on the PBC. My question is, well, if the PBC wanted Shakur Stevenson so bad, why didn't they sign him? People talking about they may not support Keyshawn Davis because he signed with Top Rank. Well, why didn't the PBC sign him? You have people complain about, well, I don't like the idea that Devin Haney be doing business with Eddie Hearn. Why didn't Al sign him? Why didn't the PBC sign him? See, none of y'all ever want to answer those questions. Like I said, it's easy to expose y'all for y'all BS. That's my question. Y'all say Blair the Flair Cobb should be with Golden Boy. Well, once again, why didn't the PBC sign him? Since y'all always worried about, who should be on the PBC, y'all never asked that question. You love to talk about who should be where, but you never ask why and how, when, what, where. That's the problem. Too many of y'all talk out the side of y'all ass with no toilet paper to wipe it. A lot of y'all don't be knowing what y'all talking about. And y'all part of the problem too. I thought me being part of black media was for us to support just our black fighters. Not who they signed to, not promotional company that they signed to and all that stuff. Because I'm going to put it to you this way, everybody ain't happy with the PBC. Because Adrian Broner ain't happy, Gary Russell Jr. ain't happy, a couple of other people ain't happy. But nobody wants to ask that question. Nobody ever wants to ask those questions. But like I say, but everybody love to talk about who should be with the PBC. Y'all do know that they have to be more than one promotional company, right? But see, that's what y'all don't understand. I don't want to resort to calling y'all out y'all name, calling y'all dummies and all that kind of stuff. But y'all do know it has to be more than one promotional company, right? Because then otherwise you running up monopoly. But the PBC, quote unquote, ain't supposed to be a promotional company. It's supposed to be a TV series that has a group of different promoters that they work with. But you still have to sign a contract to be featured on the PBC. But see, nobody ever asked that question. Nobody ever wants to ask those questions. While everybody always seem to be promotional watching, playing manager, telling somebody who they need to be with. You do know that would be running a monopoly if the PBC had everybody. Wait a minute, didn't they get accused of doing that a few years ago? Didn't they get accused of doing that a few years ago? Didn't they get sued for that? Get made because this dude is with this promotional company, so he need to be with the PBC. What I don't understand is none of y'all is getting a check from the PBC. Al Heyman wouldn't even give y'all the time of the day. He wouldn't even talk to y'all, but yet y'all sitting up here capping for him. He don't even do no interviews, but you got all this black media like caping for him. But then he working with people that be shutting out, for the most part, a lot of black media. But nobody won't say nothing. I'm the only one that have the guts to say it. But he worked with people that purposely try to ostracize and shut out black media when it comes to covering these fights. They want everybody there but black media. And then they try to use the excuse that, oh, you have to have a certain amount of views. But then they didn't give credentials to people that got 500, 1,000 subs. Okay. So I'm just saying, y'all need to start practicing what y'all preach, man. Let's just keep it a hundo, man. But y'all not doing that. Y'all don't ever bring that up. You don't see none of these content creators bringing that up. They do all this caping for the PBC, but then at the end of the day, They have to be making phone calls. They have to be doing, and I ain't saying who these people is, and I don't like that. They do all this caping for the PBC, but then a lot of times you have them getting shut out when it comes to getting their media credentials. They have to sit up there and reapply and sit up there and send letters saying, hey, I feel like I should be here. I didn't did this, I didn't did that. But I ain't gonna say who they is though. Like I said, it ain't y'all, and I'm gonna just make this clear, and I'm gonna just say this, and this is just real talk, and take it however you want. It ain't your place. It ain't your place to tell a fighter what promotional company to sign with. It ain't your place to sit up there and tell another fighter how much money you think he should get paid. It ain't your fucking place. It ain't your damn place to tell another fighter who he should be with as far as promotions go. And it's funny how everybody talk about Terrence Crawford had a boss and all this stuff, and Errol Spence will be talking all this cachet stuff about Terrence Crawford. Yeah, you got a boss and all this kind of stuff. Well, Errol Spence got a boss too. The needle do not move unless Al Heyman approves it. Okay? So Errol Spence got a damn boss too, and he need to quit fronting. Yeah, y'all getting hit with this truth today. I know some of y'all don't like it. That's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'll be fine. This is why I know that y'all don't know nothing about boxing. You don't be knowing what the fuck you talking about. Everybody can't be with the motherfucking PBC. Because that would be called antitrust. That would be called a monopoly. So whether you like it or not, some fighters are going to have to go elsewhere. Dummies. And see, y'all done made me say that, and I didn't want to say that because I don't like using that type of dialogue towards black people. But see, like I said, y'all listen to these other dudes that be pumping out a lot of baloney, so y'all think that y'all know what y'all talking about, and you don't. Well, if you want to go, you can go. I'm not asking anybody to be here. No, you don't follow my logic because I'm not saying what you don't. I'm not saying what you want to hear. You want me to push propaganda, and I'm not pushing no propaganda. You could go. I will be fine. Where one goes, I will get two more. You are free to go. Like Fantasia say, man, go ahead, free yourself. And that's the thing. Terrence Crawford ain't gonna get Terrence Crawford is not gonna get an Errol Spence fight unless he signs a deal. He has to sign a deal with PBC, and that's the problem. And then based off how Canelo burnt him, that is the problem. See, y'all always talking about what Terrence Crawford need to do. Y'all always talking about what Terrence Crawford need to do. Well, he did one end. He did the first part of what Errol Spence told him to do. Errol Spence is reneged. He told Terrence Crawford, go get a belt. Terrence Crawford went and got a belt. And yet we waiting 4 years, no fight. And that's, like I said, dude, no fanagers on my channel, bro. Like I said, if you want to go listen to that other stuff, go listen to that other stuff, but not here. Crawford ain't gonna get no Errol Spence for the at least unless he had agreed to a long-term deal, and then he still may not get Errol Spence. Like I said, go ahead, bro. I promise you, I promise you, I will have 3 new subscribers by the end of the week. Don't get mad at me because I'm not saying what you want me to say. For real. How many times I gotta tell y'all I don't give a damn about no subscribers? They come and they go. This man Ugas sitting up here telling people to stop telling Terrence Crawford fans or telling people to stop attacking Errol Spence. But this man Errol Spence did call Bud a slave. He tried to insinuate Bud was a coon. He tried to say he said personal stuff about Terrence Crawford. Bob Arum is your slave master. Terrence Crawford ain't never went that route. Now, what if Terrence Crawford would have got personal with Errol Spence? Oh, yeah, you guys would have made excuses for him. You guys are the problem. And I'm sorry to the dude that say that he unsubscribing. I'm sorry I struck a nerve. But that's too damn bad. I told you, I'm not going to say what you want me to say. I'm not here to make you guys feel good. All this stuff about, oh, let me go. Like I said, nobody remembers when Errol Spence said that he'd go the easy route before he fight Terrence Crawford. All this stuff about let me get the belts and all this kind of stuff. Like Terrence Crawford's supposed to keep waiting for this dude to take care of his business. The fight already been prolonged a year because of Errol Spence getting eye injuries, getting in car accidents, and all this kind of stuff. So Bud is supposed to just keep waiting and waiting and waiting, right? Hey, bro. Don't come on my channel with the name caller. We don't do that here, bro.